here's Penix and Raheem Morris from yesterday regarding Penix's preparation this season as he prepares to play.
I'm very comfortable. I gotta be, but I am though. Like I said, just all the reps, the mental reps that I was taking all throughout the weeks. I'm just making sure, like on the sideline, when I'm hearing the play call in my helmet, I'm saying it out to myself. Looking at the defense, calling what calls I feel like I would make if I was out there on the field. It's different because Kirk had 300-plus pound D lineman running at him, and I didn't. So it was like I probably saw something different in Kirk. So when he comes to the sideline, I'm like, hey, Kirk, what'd you see there? Or stuff like that. Or we get on the iPads and, just go over stuff like that.
Obviously, Kirk has taken all the first-team reps in practice all season. To what extent has Mike thrown to some of these other starting receivers?
Not much, and that's a big part of it, too. That's a big part of the talking discussion. That's definitely something worthwhile thinking. And then you get all the reps going into a week this week. You get all the reps on the side. You get some of the things that you get on routes on air and things of that nature. But, the concepts, the things, they all look alike. But it's definitely going to be a little bit different throwing to different guys.
We got this week to prepare. And, I already talked to some of the receivers, and they said they're ready to, get those reps. If we got to do it after practice to get more, they're willing to. And, that's the biggest thing, just make sure I find time to get with those guys.
Yeah, it's crash course in getting Michael Penix Jr. ready to go when it's all been Kirk Cousins all along. And we said yesterday, Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix, they had struggles early on before they hit their stride. Caleb Williams had struggles that haven't gone away, and those were basically the guy. Caleb was always the guy. Jaden was always the guy, but it was never said out loud. It didn't need to be because the alternative was Marcus Mariota, all due respect. And Bo Nix had to compete sort of. I think it was a phony competition.
Yeah, right.
He gave up some reps to Jarrett Stidham and Zach Wilson, but Penix was just always just there. Just the guy there holding in their back pocket for whenever they might need him, whether it's 4 years from now or 4 months from now. And it turned out to be 4 months from now, and here he is.
Yeah.
Here he is. And, got to get him ready.
Yeah, this is going to be the hard part. This goes back to like what we talked about yesterday, right? And we were texting about you and I 2 nights ago. This is a tough situation you're putting the young kid in, right? I know he can throw it and sling it. And I know he can make good decisions and see the field, but like he talked about, he hasn't had to do that in the NFL, especially with NFL starters who are greased up and have seen every play in the world through the first 15 weeks of the year. He hasn't, I'm not going to be able to step into this throw. I'm about to get smashed by Brian Burns here or whoever this weekend. I got to throw the ball like that to Drake London. So he's going to be put in some positions and some spots where he's going to go, I haven't done this since the national championship game last year against Michigan. And that's where, they got to be careful. You can't expect him to be making the right reads down the middle of the field on third and 12 all the time, right? That's where I get into keep the ball outside a little bit. He's got a big arm. Play one-on-one football a little bit. Play action pass. Make it simple for him. Don't make him have to drop back and go, holy crap, there's 24 people over the middle of the field and I got to decipher this and then throw a ball perfectly and I got people bearing down on me and I haven't done any of that in forever. So those are the things that they're going to have to protect him with. I would think, like we said yesterday, we're going to see some new wrinkles within that offense. And it'll be a pain in the butt for the Giants, but hopefully they can find the right way that makes sense for Michael Penix to succeed here.
I don't believe this question came up yesterday. I don't think it's ever been asked of Raheem Morris or anyone from the Falcons, but why didn't they give Penix some first-team reps? Was this about not putting themselves in a position where they'd have to go with Penix? Like, let's not let the rest of the team see what he can do? Or was it we just need to do everything we can to get Kirk ready?
Yeah, well, it's that. It's you only get to practice so much. I mean, it's so important for the starter to get those reps. Usually the starter doesn't want to relinquish any of those, right? You only get so many of them during the week to go, wait, I got a feel for this team and all of that. So even when I played, I mean, it doesn't matter when it was. It's the starter gets the majority of the reps. The backup might get a few on Friday at practice there. Might get to do a little bit just to like, hey, here you go. You got a little feel, blah, blah, blah. But that's about it. Most starting quarterbacks don't want to be out. Most of the way it as far as lack of live practice, and sometimes it's walkthroughs and stuff like that as well. right? The starting quarterback just wants to take it all. He wants all of that, and usually the coaches are behind that notion as well.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.